Advanced Communicator Bronze, Advanced Leader Bronze, Johnson Yike with his speech title, The All-Rounded Sport.
Get more comfortable. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Now, how many of you like to be healthy? Now, how many of you actually do sports? Jogging, running, hiking?
Was it you?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring back into recollection a sport that all of us actually at one point in time did for a period of 9 months. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the sport of swimming. Now, swimming, ladies and gentlemen, I believe, in my personal opinion, is an all-rounded sport. And now, with this short demonstration, I do not intend to teach you how to swim, but I'd like to convince you why swimming is an all-rounded sport and it's something that you can consider. Now, the two basic strokes of swimming, as you firstly know, is the breaststroke. Now, the breaststroke is one of the most calming strokes there is in terms of swimming. It can be done in your own particular pace. The stroke begins with your hands up front in front of you, splitting the water aside, and as you come towards the edge to the shoulder width, bring it back close in front of your breast and stretch it forward again. Split it apart, bring it down and stretch. And it's also commonly known as the frog style because the feet in actual fact brings you in like a somewhat squatting position, which allows you to thrust backwards and move forward. So with the motion of splitting, bringing it close, thrusting forward with your feet, that forms the breaststroke. Now that is a very common stroke that most people would generally know whether they know swimming or not. Now a more rigorous stroke that we most likely know is the crawl. The crawl stroke, or more commonly known as the freestyle, is somewhat more rigorous. It requires a lot of energy to do, as it will start off similarly with your hands in front, pulling it forward beneath your body to the back, bringing your arms to bending your elbow, and as like a knife, slicing it down, and the next hand takes over. The feet motion is fairly simple. Just kick with little bending of the knees. Now, these two strokes are some of the strokes that are commonly used by most people, and the other strokes that we know of is like the backstroke and butterfly, which are very colorful and requires a lot of work. But today, as I said, I'm bringing to introduce to you why swimming. Now, swimming is an all-rounded sport, meaning in terms of all-rounded is that unlike most sports like racket games, you use one hand and a lot of footwork. The development of your body is generally towards one hand in racket sport, in tennis, but in swimming, you cannot actually do anything with just one side of your body. When you're swimming, you cannot just pull with one hand or crawl with one hand. You require both. So the development of your body is actually all-rounded. It doesn't just work out a portion of your body. If you're talking about bowling, it generally requires a lot of single part body movement and development on one side. With swimming, because of the constant movement between feet, legs, you don't only just develop your arms, but you also develop your feet as well. And with that particular reason, I believe it's all-rounded. The next reason is that swimming is self-motivating. What do I mean by self-motivating? Have you ever tried swimming and then stopping? I tell you, if you stop swimming, you most likely drown. So you have to keep swimming. That is what I mean by it's self-motivating. But swimming by itself is also very calming. Unlike most other sports like jogging, if you stop, your whole entire body actually just stops. But when you swim and you slow down, your body is still in motion and you just continue to glide through the water. With that, you can either take your pace as you are very calm and relaxed, or you can be very rigorous in working out and just continue to crawl and swim with your freestyle. Lastly, it opens new horizons. Swimming by itself is often thought of to be confined in a pool. But have you, ladies and gentlemen, swam in the clear blue oceans? Have you, ladies and gentlemen, swam and snorkeled under the sea? I believe people who have experienced scuba diving, like our friends So and Kareen, would tell you and testify to you that swimming is the very first thing that you need to learn before you can even go under and enjoy the beauties of the ocean. So ladies and gentlemen, if the next time you do wish to consider a sport to take up, consider swimming. It's all-rounded, it covers all aspects of your body, it has no minimum requirements, it can be started at any age, as it is very, the water actually does most of the work for you. It's self-motivating. You can do it at your own pace. Swim if you wish to exercise. Stop if you wish to relax. Stop further and you see where you go. Lastly, it opens up to new horizons. As our earlier speakers have mentioned, greenhouse effects have actually raised up the sea levels and so forth. So the next place most likely we need to go is into the sea. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this here is to help encourage you. If the next time you wish to think of a sport to take up, think about swimming. All-rounded, self-motivating, and it opens up new horizons. Back to you.